This is the sarcophagus of Horkhebit, located at the Metropolitan Museum. It dates from the late period or the Saite period, which is a city district up in the northern part of the delta. It dates from 595 to 526 BC, very much later to the closer to the Ptolemaic era that will arrive about 220 years later. I'm going to read the translation of this. It is made of gray wax, so you know the material. It was found in Egypt in the Memphite region. So it was buried actually in Saqqara because he most likely believed in the 𝓃 cult at Memphis. But he was originally from Saite because it's indicated in his hieroglyphs. Now there's hieroglyphs on the right side and the left side, left side and the right side, and on the all the way along the top and down, and it repeats. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to read the text, which I've already divided, and then we're going to go all the way around and read the rest. So stay tuned for that. If you want to check it out after you watch this video, go ahead into the museum at the Metropolitan, find it, and identify the words that I've read for you today. All right, stay tuned. Now, just to show you the side of the coffin itself, you could see that there are hieroglyphs that start from the very center top and work their way down. This side is dedicated to his mother. Again, it's his many titles plus an honor to his mother. And then on the other side, from the right side, it's the same thing, works from the top and comes all the way down, and it's an honor to, same titles with an honor to his father. There is an honor here section to Isis and the two sons of Horus and two other gods. For some reason, not sure why he picked them, but they're there. In the opposite side, this is the same thing. And then we come to the main body of the text at the very center, which comes from chapter 72 of the Book of the Dead. It's been altered a slightly bit, but not by much. All right, so the hieroglyphs start on the very center top and they come down, and it says on the very top, it says, the revered one before Ptah Saqqara. So this is a composite god, so he's worshiping Ptah and Saqqara at the same time. Now his title says he is the seal bearer, the sole companion. So seal bearer is basically has the signet ring of the king, and he can put a stamp on it and many things. He is the sole companion or close companion of the pharaoh. He is the chief overseer of the lower shrines, the municipal shrines or the city district, and the chief overseer of the national shrine, so the state god shrines. And then you have the word chamberlain. And then you have, that's his main title, so he is the chamberlain, and there's his full name, Harkhebit. So the three hieroglyphs are Har, and then Ha in the center, and then Bit, so Harkhebit. And you have the honorary rest in peace title, which all Egyptians usually put, which is true of voice. May his heart or voice be true in the afterlife. He is the Lord of Reverence, and then you have born of 𝓃, which is his mother, so born of his mother. Over here, we'll just zoom it out. Now over here, once we zoom it in, we have a section over here, a section over here. So these two are together, and then you have a section over here, and then you have this section over here, and then you have that section over there. And we're going to start off by reading this one first, and then we'll go to these two, and then these two, and then this little section down here. All right, so starting over here, you have this protective phrase or sentence by, I guess, a form of protection. It says, words spoken, I will be your protection of the burial of the Osiris, the chamberlain. So by putting the name Osiris you're giving the title that you are deceased and you want to be associated with Osiris in the afterlife. So to be resurrected, just like Osiris. So the Osiris, the chamberlain, that's the title. One of the titles of Harkhebit, you could see it right over here. The chamberlain, again, Harkhebit. So you could see here he chose the word Horus, or the symbol of Horus, as opposed to just using the phonetical usage. Instead, he just chose to use Horus himself. So Harkhebit, true of voice or vindicated, is the same thing. The chamberlain, Harkhebit, true of voice. This is the complete form. This is the short form. Now over here you have the two sons of Horus. There should be 4 in total, 2 on the other side. They protect the organs of the deceased. You have the god 𝑚seti, the human-headed form, 𝓂𝓚-bı, the jackal-headed form. Down here you have gods who are known as, one, he who sees his father, and the other is known as Horus with foresightedness. So Horus who can see with foresight. Finally, you have in this side is this section down here, which is Isis speaking. Let's zoom it in so you could see it a little bit better. So over here now we're going to read this section over here. So it's on the reverse, but don't worry about it. But it says here, word spoken by Isis. You can see Isis over here. She is sitting on top of a symbol for gold, 𝓛𝓷, with the infinity ┬Ż symbol, which means that may life continue on for infinity, and you have her standard symbol on the top of her head. And here it says the Osiris, the Chamberlain, the title of the deceased, and it says Harkhebit, and it continues over here. Sometimes they ran out of space, or they chose to fill in more space, and they just simply continued it over here. So the beat continues over here. And here it says, I am your sister Isis. I will be for your protection. So Isis is going to be the protection on this side of the coffin. And that's the completion of this left side. And now we're going to move over to the right side so you could see the hieroglyphs on that side. All right, now we're here on the right side of the coffin of Harkhebit, and you could see we're going to start on the very top. It's at center, and it's going to come back down, and it's going to repeat the same titles and information, except giving honor to the father this time, as opposed to the mother on the other side. So up here you have the revered one before Ptah Saqqara, the two composite god that the deceased has chosen, Ptah and Saqqara, since he's been buried at Memphis, which is the city district of Ptah. And Saqqara is the ancient god of Memphis, long, long ago, very old god. So connecting to the age-old gods. Here's one of his titles. It says the seal bearer. He is the sole companion, so close companion to the pharaoh. The chief overseer of the lower shrines and the municipal shrines. The chief overseer of the national shrines. And then you have Harkhebit again. The Chamberlain, that's the title. And then Harkhebit. The 3 hieroglyphs are Harkhebit, so that's his name. And then you have true of voice, which is the general title given to the deceased, so may his heart be true of voice in the afterlife. He is the Lord of Reverence, or the possessor of reverence. Now we have over here, which is regarding to his father, it says the son of the god, the scribe, and this is 𝓵𝑑𝑦, down here, 𝓵𝑑𝑦. Now it's cut off just like his mother's name, so that's the way, that's the translation there. All right, continuing on the right side for the hieroglyphs, just near the center, as much the same we saw that it was Isis on the other side. This time it is 𝓛𝓃thys, her sister, on this side, with more protection titles over here, and sons of Horus, and then 2 other gods that we have over here. So what does it say over here? It says, word spoken, I am for your protection and the burial of the Osiris, which is a title given to the deceased, the Chamberlain, Harkhebit, true of voice, or justified, so vindicated, so true of voice, that's the short form. Now over here you have the 2 sons of Horus, the other 2 from the other side. So here you have the baboon-faced Hapi and the falcon-faced 𝓋𝓴. Over here you have a god that he also reveres on 2 other gods. Here you have Anubis, you could see his name, Inpu, which is Anubis. And here you have a form of Osiris, which is he who is under the moringa tree. So this harks back to a mythological story, which I will not discuss here since it's too long, but that's the title there. Now, if we zoom in a little bit more, we'll see the very bottom of this right section over here. All right, so now you'll see here where you see 𝓛𝓃thys, and the hieroglyphs are going to start there. It says, word spoken by 𝓛𝓃thys, or 𝓛𝓷, and it says, I have encircled my brother the Osiris, Chamberlain, Harkhebit, and it says over here, your flesh will not be bent. So this is connecting Harkhebit to the great Ennead being a brother now. He has been associated as a brother to Nephthys. So that's something that Egyptians did. They tried to connect themselves to the gods. So that's the completion over here of the right side of this coffin. And we'll now move over to tackle the center hieroglyphs for chapter 72 of the Book of the Dead. All right, welcome back. So now we're going to do the translation of the chapter 72 at the front of the coffin of Harkhebit. And I'm going to zoom this in so we could see a little bit better. And it's going to sit around there. We'll have to just do a little bit like that so we don't get the top part. There, and we're going to start on the very right side with this word right over here, which is word spoken by. Word spoken by the Osiris, Chamberlain, Harkhebit. Hail to you, Lord of Order, who is free of disorder, and who are alive for eternity, to the limits of everlasting. You should reveal to me of the world, since I am, now this continues here, I am with these two together, I am effective in what you do. I command or control in your magic. For I am, which is all three of them here, I am recognized as you are recognized. Save, which continues here, save you me, or may you save me, which is what it means, may you save me from the aggressive crocodile who is in that doubly ordered land, or the lands of truth, which is basically the two lands of Egypt, the north and the south. May you give to me my mouth that I may speak, which continues up here, speak with it. This means to start a new sentence. Given to me of offering in your presence, because for I know you, I know your, and this starts here, names, 𝓵𝓁, which is plural, your names. For I know the name of that great God, which you give sustenance or provisions to his nose. 𝓃mw, or that's the name of the God, 𝓃mw, is his, and that's over here, name, which continues there, ren, his name. He opens the region below the eastern horizon of the sky. He opens the region below the western horizon of the sky. When I depart, he departs. When I proceed, he proceeds, and vice versa. You will not reject me from your starry path, and will not command the rebel, who is the rebel serpent, of me. So will not take control, the rebel, of me. So that's what it means here and here. I will not be rejected at your gate. You will not seal your doors from me. My bread is in 𝓃, and over here, my beer is in depth. I have taken possession with my two arms in the temple that I was given by my father Atum. Established he for me my earthly house. with barley and emmer within it, and without knowing its number, and made for me a festival within it by my son of my body. May you give for me voice offering of bread and beer, ox and fowl, alabaster and linen, incense and oils, and all things good and pure, on which the God lives in them. And I will be, for I am set forever in any form of my desire. I go downstream to the field of reeds, and I go upstream to the field of offerings, for I am the double lion. This meaning that he is the God of yesterday and tomorrow, or known as Ruti. Thank you very much for watching this translation of Horkhebit, the translation of the Coffin, which is located in the Metropolitan Museum. Now that you know how this is read, go ahead and go to the museum and find the statue and start reading and translating the text yourself and identifying the words that I have shown you here in the translation. Thank you again very much for watching and following along. And I hope you enjoyed this and inspired you to learn hieroglyphs. Thank you for following as well on my other social media platforms. Please like and subscribe and have a great day.